Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan battle video. In this video we are going to be taking a look at how the connected Hope category team does in Ultimate Red Zone against Metal Core Cooler. Now obviously Metal Core Cooler is a pretty interesting fight. I think there are multiple phases to it, so for most people it should be something quite interesting. I think, and obviously something that a lot of people are kind of, familiar with. It starts with the int phase, and in the int phase you face the Metal Core Cooler army, and they can fire multiple super attacks that will lower your attack and defense. This is not anything too crazy, however it can be a little bit annoying, and it does cause some teams some problems. Beyond that, we also have the physical phase, where Metal Core Cooler is one of the hardest hitting units in the game. So it's a pretty rough situation, I think, for quite a few players. But with that being said, I do think this team handles the Metal Core Cooler event pretty well. We are using a Paikuhan as our lead, so that's 170% lead. And then we're using a friend, AGL, Trunks, and Gohan Super Saiyan Future. Now this isn't ideal actually, because the problem with Gohan Future is really his big issue being that he struggles when there's two of them on the team, because with two of them on the team you can't actually use the double revive, which means you can't get a double Super Gohan. No double Super Gohan is kind of a big deal, because Gohan's main defense that he gains is actually from him as a unit basically dying and then coming back and having his damage reduction, and the second Gohan can't actually get this. So it's somewhat of an interesting kind of situation. It's not ideal, but that's what happens, so it's not really a big issue. Also, the friend Gohan only has 10 out of 20 SA, which is also not ideal. But, again, to each their own. It's not really a massive issue, so it is what it is. So our main focus with our team is going to be obviously having, quite a few significant units here. So we've got the Future Gohan, the physical Future Gohan, who's going to be one of our mainstay units. We then also have the Paikuhan, who's going to be an off-rotation unit. We have Super Saiyan Goku, who links decently well actually with the physical Gohan, and we're going to be running those two as a set rotation. Now overall, the team functions pretty well with its set rotations. I think Future Gohan and the LR share decent links and function pretty well. I think the Strength Goku and the physical Gohan, they function pretty well, although maybe not as crazy as some might think they do. I think they actually function really nicely together. Now Gohan and Goku both require building up their defense a little bit through their super attacks. So that is something that you're going to have to basically kind of be aware of with this team, is that we don't have a lot of units that can outright survive a super without an item. There's a lot of units like that on the Connected Hope category actually, quite a few decent ones, but we just don't have them in our team. Piccolo, Movie Piccolo, Cooler Movie Piccolo, all of those units can Super Saiyan Goku from the special. All of those units can actually survive a super attack. The big issue is just that we don't have them on our team. But yeah, it is what it is. It's not like a huge train smash. Honestly, it's quite interesting really to see a team like this. We have a lot of super useful active skills as well. We have the revive, which we're going to be using now. Probably my favorite revive in the game actually. Obviously I'm biased because I love Future Trunks and Future Gohan, but yeah, I think this is probably one of my favorite revives in the game, alongside the Int, Namek, Goku, and Vegeta. So yeah, overall I would say really decent kind of revive skills and useful active skills. We've got Paikuhan's active, which is a full turn delay for the enemy, which is really strong. Basically gives us another item for this run. We then get the Gohan active skill, which is an interrupt, and will cause him to do some pretty significant damage. So yeah, overall I would say we have some really just strong abilities. Not like game busting abilities like some of the ones that come out later on, but I think overall just some really strong capable abilities. And obviously our team gets stronger over time. We've also got Goku's Rage mode, which we'll be using, so we've got quite a few tools that we'll be kind of utilizing throughout this run, which I think is good. It's always good to have a couple of useful tools that you can kind of use to basically control the fight or to kind of secure the victory. And I think that's where our team is really strong and functions really well, is the fact that we have all of these kind of capable quests and these usable abilities, which are really good. So yeah, in general, I think we have the right mix of tools to beat the stage. As I mentioned before, Gohan, great floating support. Goku, we planned on him getting his transformation. That gives him the ability to guard, which he'd have anyway against physical Metal Cooler. But it also gives him quite a good offensive upgrade. We have the revive skill for the future Gohans, which is great. We have physical future Gohan, who's really good alongside the Gohan and Trunks unit because they activate his full passive. We have the Beast Gohan, who obviously people claim is fraud Han or this or that, but he's going to be carrying our offensive load quite significantly. And then we also have who else do we have? Yeah, I think that's it. That's pretty much the whole team. Nothing wrong with the team either. I think this is pretty much a good enough team. Now, will it beat every red zone? Yeah, debatable. But I think it definitely does a good job in quite a few of them. I think it does well because of the fact that we have so many tools that can delay the enemy and cause free damage. Like this rage turn from Goku is very strong, especially here, because we have the ability for it to do good damage against Metal Cooler, which is quite significant, I think, in the whole story of things, because without Goku doing this turn, I don't think we do nearly as well. Overall, I don't think we have as nearly as impressive a performance as like we would have, if that makes sense. So I think overall it's actually a really solid team. I think all the active skills are used really well in this Metal Core Cooler event. So yeah, overall I'm actually quite happy with how our team looks and how everything functions. Could it be a little bit better? Yeah, definitely, Power Awakening Piccolo from the Cooler movie. These are some very strong defensive units, so I don't want to kind of, say, hey, we'd be better without them, because this is not the case. We definitely would, 100% have a much better team with them than without them. I don't think this is even remotely negotiable for 1 second. But to be honest with you, I think we do have a decent time. And I think overall, we do a very strong performance, and we get the win. Yes, we did have to use items, and our team essentially is, with the amount of active skills, rocking quite a few extra items. But I think overall, the team does a very respectable job, and I, for one, am really quite happy with how the team kind of functions and works all together. I think at the end of the day, you could, in theory, say that the team got lucky, or the right units got supered, and yes, we had to use items, but I think it's still impressive. I was really impressed with Future Gohan and Trunks. I know they had an item and everything, but the revive skill really came in handy, and just everything about it really came in handy. Like, honestly, everything just came in handy really well. So I was very impressed and very happy with like everything that the team did, and I don't really think there was any significant component of the team that I thought could be changed for the better. I think you would probably swap out a whole rotation. Like I would probably swap out the Future Gohan rotation for a Power Awakening Piccolo rotation. As much as I hate to say it, Piccolo and Movie Piccolo, probably one of the stronger, if not the strongest, defensive rotations in the game. So very difficult for me to kind of argue or dissuade from that. I think it would be silly of me to disagree with anything in that regard. But yeah, overall I think the team did really well. I was super impressed with the entire build, and yeah, overall I was super duper happy. I think if I had to kind of rate the team, I'd give them a solid 7 out of 10. I think if other players would use this, they could get the win. I think the big thing here is how difficult is it to get the win, and I think there are aspects of it that do make it difficult. For one, you have to really have the active skills all line up, or at least be used with correct timing. You make sure that you don't overlap any, you make sure that you don't use an item and then accidentally not use an active skill or something like that. Like there are a couple kind of areas where I think the team can improve. So yeah, but I think that's really it. Honestly, the team did a great job for me, and I was really impressed that it got the win. It can start off slow, especially with Super Saiyan Goku and things like that, like needing to get them to transform is kind of a big deal. So making sure you do that is quite imperative. But yeah, once you can get some of the pieces to fall in place, the team can work really well. So that's pretty much it from me. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Would love to hear what you think about the Connected Hope team. But yeah, I will definitely be seeing you guys in the next one. So until then, take care, stay safe, and as always, see you in the next one. Bye.